Hi, I'm Hazel. It's almost Saturday today, and that makes it time to sit down and catch up on the WoW news of the week, what I've been up to, and answer some of your questions. This week, raid testing started for the Azshara's Eternal Palace raid. That is the new raid coming in 8.2. So I saw the first two bosses yesterday, and then I'm going to see the next two in like half an hour, so I need to be quick with this vlog. It's going to be a short one. But so far, I will say that I am favorably impressed. I'm excited for the raid. It looks really cool, and can't wait to get some guides done, and I can't wait to see it with my own guild when it comes out on live eventually, but we got a ways to go still. Speaking of raiding with my guild, we killed Huragunat this week. We're finished with Crucible of Storms, and I mean that literally. We killed the boss and got our Head of the Curve achievement and immediately went on hiatus. We're not raiding again until Azshara's Eternal Palace comes out, and I think I'm okay with that because I've got stuff to do, but certainly the earliest that we've ever gone on hiatus after a raid tier clear. I think it's because there's no, you don't really have the feeling that it's going to get any easier as you keep going because, like I said last week, you're not really gear progressing in Crucible of Storms. The second wave of BlizzCon tickets went out this week, so that's the end of the official BlizzCon ticket buying days. They're over now. They have done, extra days in the past that they announced later. I don't know if they'll do that again. It's really hard to say. So best of luck to you if you're still looking for a ticket. They have set up an official ticket reselling page on the AXS website, which is kind of nice because then at least you know that even if you're getting ripped off by a high price and a bunch of extra fees, at least at the end of all of that, you have a ticket instead of just bitterness and disappointment if you had gotten scammed on a different platform. And then in PTR news this week, an interesting items popped up called the Nazjatar Budding Deepcoral that you can buy off a vendor in Nazjatar. And basically what it does is it lets your underwater mounts work as normal mounts within Nazjatar. It is a consumable, and it's not clear whether or not it's supposed to be a one-time use or every time that you enter the zone you have to get a new one. It only costs 5 prismatic mana pearls, but those are the currency that you're also going to be using to buy other items on the rep vendor and gear. So I don't know how I feel about it. I really, really want to be excited because those Tide Stallions are beautiful and they are too pretty to just use under the sea, but if it's something that I have to keep buying consumables for in order to use, I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm kind of allergic to limited use consumables that are cosmetic only. I never want to use them. I have multiple 50 charge costumes, like the Edwin Van Cleef costumes and the Lich King costume, whatever, in my bank because I just refuse to use any of the charges. So we'll see. My life this week's been pretty quiet. I got sick earlier this week, and then my husband got sick, and that's, excuse you, the gist of it. And then coming up for me next week, we got a baking stream on Thursday the 16th at 10 a.m. Questions from this week. Ven asks, who is your most loved and most hated character? And if you could bring back a dead character, who would it be? So my new favorite character as of BFA and as of having done a bunch of island expeditions with dialogue sounds on, Flynn Fairwind. I hope I can keep him forever. He is hilarious and his voice acting is just the best thing that's ever happened. I know he's not a major lore character, although I'm not ruling it out for the future, but Flynn is my favorite. My least favorite character is Nathanos, N-Dog, whatever. I don't like him. We're not friends. I don't like his attitude, and I really dislike when he asks me to do world quests when I'm on my Horde character, to the point that I have on occasion just not done them because he specifically asked me to. As far as a character that I would bring back, I thought about Cairn because that's the death that I think I was the most sad about, and that's the one I think deserves to come back the most. But for the character I would bring back for the sake of the story is probably Vol'jin, because the Darkspear trolls haven't really had one of those prominent, visible, really likable characters since, or at least none that I've seen and remembered. And I don't feel like Vol'jin's death really did a whole lot for the story aside from put Sylvanas in power. That he didn't really accomplish anything that I appreciated the effects of, so I'd bring him right back. Metafreak asks, do you accept fan gifts like apparel, and how would we go about knowing shirt size, shoe size, etc.? So I do have a post office box. I do fan mail openings on my live streams, but clothes in particular, I'm really picky about what I keep. I can barely shop for myself, so I would feel bad and a little weird about putting up my sizes, but thank you for thinking of me. It's a lovely thought. Cole Kimchi asks, hey Hazel, do you plan on doing a guide for the new Strathholm Pet Dungeon? I do. Pet videos are going to come out a little closer to the release of the patch, although that's a dangerous game to play when I don't know when the patch is coming out. So the Strathholm Pet Dungeon guide is on for sure, and then I have started strategies for the World Quest Tamers, although when I plan to finish them, I have no idea. Danford Pine asks, do you have anything that's a bit OCD? So I am taking this to mean just unreasonably particular about something. Of course, I don't actually have OCD. So I will always, always wear sunscreen on my face if I'm going outside. Doesn't matter what the weather it is, doesn't matter the time of year. It could be December in a snowstorm and I am still wearing sunscreen. And I don't think that's picky. I think that's just good common sense. I will also, on the sleeping thing, you mentioned you can't sleep if your curtains are open a little bit. I can't sleep without an eye mask anymore. I started wearing one a couple of years ago, and now it's to the point where if I can't find it, I'll get up and turn the light on and tear apart the bed until I find it, and I have like backups just in case something happens to it because I cannot go to bed without it. I don't know how that happened. And Vanessa asks, is there a class or race that you would love to play but can't get into? So race, not so much. If I can't get into it, that usually means that I don't care that much. But for classes, demon hunters. I don't have a demon hunter. Like, I made one when they came out and then didn't play it at all and eventually deleted it. And I originally just like wrote that off as like, well, it's melee. I don't really like melee. This is fine. Whatever. I don't need one. But they're really, really good in island expeditions, and every time I see one just laser down legions of mobs, I get kind of jealous and wonder if maybe I should try it again. I don't know. And that has been my week. Thank you very much for watching. If you have a question that you would like answered on the vlog, please leave it in the comments of the most recent vlog. Include the word question, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.